Oh, how long has it been now? 6 years? 7 years? Maybe? I don't know. I'd have to look at the record. Hey, this is Chris. Welcome back to Ohrmundt Simmentals, and welcome to a new week. It is Monday, and it is like a whole new world out here. Granted, it's cloudy, but we're literally like anywhere from 20 to 30 degrees warmer than we were last week at this time. And the dog is getting really itchy to go play. But he knows, he knows not to cross the wire. Alright, go on. So one thing we have been contemplating pretty heavily is purchasing a bull this spring. We haven't purchased a bull. Oh, how long has it been now? 6 years? 7 years? Maybe? I don't know. I'd have to look at the records. We haven't purchased a bull in quite a while. Basically because of all the AI that we do. We have really good quality bulls that we've kept ourselves, and they turn out really well. So we haven't bought one for a number of years. So Dad has actually kind of liked the turnout that we had from our first using Bruno, our first Fleckvieh bull. Our first plan was that we were going to keep our GL910 bull, our bankroll, and because he's looking really good. But that still keeps us kind of in a little bit of a predicament because he's out of Deja. Bruno was out of Deja. We have Lily, our Fleck heifer, who is also out of Bruno. You know, that keeps that Fleck line pretty tight. So not the greatest. But then also from the standpoint of, yes, our bankroll bull is pretty nice, but with a little bit of an investment, are we going to get that much more of a better quality bull? We think so. We hope so. So being that it's the end of, well, it's the it's the end. So being that it's like the last full week of January, how many other people out there are looking at their spring breeding situation? So let me know. I'm pretty much looking into it almost the entire year. Whether that is looking at sale catalogs and not so much to actually buy something out of a sale catalog. It's more just to see what bulls people are using, what those calves look like, and is that something I'm interested in. But then also looking at AI catalogs, different AI semen supplier sites, things like that. Just, doing some early preliminary scouting, as I call it. So let me know in the comments when you guys really start thinking about your spring breeding season, what kind of bulls you're going to use, who you're going to use, when you're going to put them out, all that good stuff. I know we raise Simmentals here, but I don't care if it's Angus or Hereford or Simmentals. Let me know what bulls you want to use this year. It is Tuesday afternoon, and we are enjoying our warmer weather. We got some round bale feeders, and I think I'm going to throw them. I'm going to take them into the back here in what we call the loafing shed area, because they're going to end up back there anyways when we start calving and start getting cows back there. And then we'll keep them in the loafing shed area. Calves can go in the loafing shed, and then cows can eat outside. But that's where we use our round bale feeders. Come on, girls. Come on, Helgs. Let's go. There we go. definitely not as good as a bale processor, but this year we ended up with some really nice corn stalks, and you can sift those out pretty nicely. Granted, you get a couple of these big chunks, but when the girls get to having their fun, they'll spread them back out. Dad was definitely able to get a lot of really nice stalks made up, and then we had that second little wave of stalks that I took that day off for to get those ground up, and then Dad was able to bale them up. Dad was able to bale them up the next day. But I'm gonna do my daily check of Barb and see how that bun is cooking in the oven. You know, and I've pointed her out a couple of times, but when I'd say that we have one true justice in production, this is our true justice girl. So we really like her. Just her overall build. She's got great milk production. We really like her. And her mama is, where did she go? Yeah, here she is, right here. This is YC 913, not Phantom. Yeah, so this is her mom, and she's actually standing right next to her now. But we really like this cow too. She's always given us solid calves. Doesn't have the greatest bag, but she always gives decent milk, and the bag on the True Justice daughter is really nice. So definitely an improvement over mom. But yeah, we really like both of them. We got to get something out of the back of Dad's truck that he picked up yesterday, or no, Monday. Today's Wednesday. He picked it up Monday. Kind of surprised me a little bit that he got it. Went and looked at it over the weekend, and looks like it'll work just fine for us. But I'll show you that in a little bit. I'm going to spin you around here and show you what Dad picked up the other day. Something I think I might have mentioned in an earlier video that we've been looking at, but this is definitely going to be an upgrade. A little bit of work to do, but should be an upgrade. All right, so we picked up a auto catch Headgate. It's just the basic version. There isn't even a name brand on here, but there's a couple things, and these calves are bugging me. We like the way how heavy duty it's built. I mean, very nice, thick-walled, heavy-duty, tubing and stuff like that. The adjustments were not so keen on. We got some things that we think we might have to do to it just to make it work a little bit better. But to get something that was new in our area, yeah, people sell them used, but you're spending as much for a used one as you are for a new one, and we would waste half a day going to find one and picking it up. And then, of course, anything metal that Dad looks at, the first thing he always notices is how good the welds are. So he picks out every bad weld on a piece of equipment. So this was no different, but that's all right. That's what he does. And don't mind the mess in the background. If the calves wouldn't be getting into these areas, it wouldn't be this messy, and they just got in here a few days ago. What they've actually been doing is this gate over here. So I now have it chained shut, but this is a latch. It has this pivots and locks down, but what they'll do is they'll rub right here on this corner. You can see how it's discolored. They'll rub on this corner, they'll pop that latch off, and then they'll go up in here, and they've knocked that off or knocked that over, and that had strings in it. I got to get that in the dumpster. But those strings were strung out all across the top, and then they get over in front of the squeeze chute and they just destroy everything over there. But one of the things we need to do is that this space here is much wider than what we need. Even if we're already talking, we're going to put a 6x6 here and then a 6x6 here, and then it's still going to be too wide. There's going to be a gap on this side. So we have to work on getting it fastened. So the new head catch is definitely going to be an upgrade. Hey, we're back. It is Friday afternoon, and it is sloppy AF out here. So another day of mid-30s, melting snow and thawing out, and everybody is dirty. Probably going to feed out in the sorghum field possibly, or we have to bed the cows, one or the other. They're excited. They're having fun. One, they can tell it's a lot nicer weather, and this will just be nicer for them and help keep them cleaner. Otherwise, we got to sit and burn through a lot of bedding that we don't have. So another thing that I will start doing as we're walking around, what I'll do is I'll look at my phone, because I kind of do a spreadsheet on calving dates. So if you can see it, it's just a Google sheet, and then I have the tag numbers over here. I have the months. This is what was determined at preg check, and then this column here then is a breed date, so whether that was an AI date or a date that I jotted down. And then these dates here are if there was a suspected heat cycle or a suspected bull breed, and then these are who they are bred to. And then this is their calving date. I think I'm going to move this calving date over, but yeah, that's what my little spreadsheet looks like. And then anytime I need to, I'm out here, I just pull it up on my phone and so we're going to work on our catch gate, our head catch project, because we got some concrete chipping we got to do, and then probably pour on Sunday and get that done. That way that stuff's done, because honestly next weekend is the first weekend in February, and probably 2 weeks after that we might have calves on the ground, or at least really close to having calves on the ground. So I hope you liked the video. Please comment, like, and subscribe. If you have any comments, questions, anything like that, please pass them on. And thanks for coming along.